Hey guys, good evening and welcome to my exciting channel. We're discussing Mandela effects of the like. Thank you for joining in. Welcome all Mandela effectians. I'm joined today with Theresa Lynch, my residue hunter, and she's found me some stuff from the community of the Mandela effect and various other sites such as Reddit. This one comes from our own community. Georgianne, the greatest of these is love. She was talking about these waves that come in like squares, and there's an article here. There's plenty of stuff out there about it. It's curious, you know, because it's science, you know, and who isn't interested in science, you know? So a man was spotted swimming in square waves, but he probably doesn't know how dangerous they are, is this article. If you look here, I believe he was looking from a lighthouse. That's pretty much where you get the best view of these things. But it was noted, this you can tell by the flag here, this was in France. My question is, how are waves able to behave like that, where you have cross currents, you know, coming in two different directions and still ending up like waves like that? That just doesn't make sense to me, because I was always taught that waves, whenever they come together and clash, they cancel each other out. And it defies the laws of physics, in my opinion. So these waves form a strange pattern because of their movement. This is how they explain it. They appear grid-like and square, making off the surface of an ocean look like a chessboard rather than a small strip of land, and their pattern is so mesmerizing that these tourists travel from around the world to the lighthouse in order to catch sight of these waves. The reason why is this part of the ocean, because it's where the two seas meet. Now, I can truthfully say I've been in places around North Carolina where the river meets the ocean, or actually the sound meets the ocean, and you can tell the difference between the two. Let's see, it says here, that's because the two seas meet in the area where the storage or the strange pattern occurs. The merging of the waters creates what's called a cross sea. As these two seas intersect and collide, they create different weather patterns. Wow, that's interesting. This weather pattern, in turn, creates different wave patterns, and over time, the collision of the waves causes squares to form in the water, making a sightseeing delight for those who have never seen square waves. Now, if you guys are, right off the bat, I mean, I'm thinking of square waves on a graph. You know, periodic square waves on a graph, up and down like a sawtooth. A square saw blade. But it's very interesting how this stuff happens, and it's how they explain it. It defines the logic behind this effect. To me, this is an effect. I'm not saying for everybody, but I've never heard of square waves. Again, I can pull up picture after picture. There are some pictures where they're depicting the square waves here. Mostly from this is Wikipedia explains it. They call it the cross sea, and it's talking about two different wave systems at oblique angles. So you might want to check that out. That's for educational purposes. You know, it makes a great conversation. You know, here's another thing that you didn't know about oceans and seas. Did you know that oceans have these fish that poop out sand? I'm not joking, folks. The sand, the very sand that your kids could be playing with, could actually be from fish poop. That's not to gross you out or scare you. I'm just saying. It's funny, you know. I mean, when you eat honey, you're eating bee spit. You know, I don't know if you know that or not, but honey is very healthy for you.
The sun on a tropical white sand beach. You were probably lying in mounds of fish poo. I'm Anna Rothschild, and this is gross science.
Hey, Theresa, who found this one?
Which one?
The fish poop one.
I'm not 100% sure on that one.
Was it Ninja 981 or was it
I
don't know.
He's the one who actually said that, yes, but I don't know where he got it from. I can't tell you the direct source about that one.
Yeah, this is the parrotfish. The parrotfish is what poops out sand.
Near coral reefs around the world. Home sweet home. They eat the algae that clings to the coral, scraping it off with their bird-like beaks. They often break off whole chunks of coral, which they grind up with these teeth they have, not in their mouths, but in their throats, called pharyngeal teeth. The coral passes right through them and comes out the other end as a fine white sand.
Oh my goodness.
Excuse me. The amount...
What? Which fish is it, Brian?
The parrotfish.
The parrotfish, really?
Yes. Now here's another. To me that's an effect. But here's another effect: hot-blooded or cold-blooded sharks. Most sharks, believe it or not, they're cold-blooded, just like fish. However, some like the mako and the great white they're partially warm-blooded, meaning they're endotherms. The sharks can raise their temperature about the temperature of the water that they need to have short bursts of speed in hunting. That's how they legitimize that. I know that my girlfriend was telling me about how dolphins and sea lions and stuff like that, they're particularly warm-blooded. So hot-blooded generate heat internally, and cold-blooded, they have a body temperature that changes with external conditions. Like reptiles. Reptiles are cold-blooded. They need to sun themselves in the morning to warm up or to protect from the midday heat. Let's see. So here's a video, interesting video footage. Now, this was shown to me by Brian S. Stavely. You know, he joins our channel on most occasions, and he sits in with us in our chat. But he showed me a video about sharks leaping up out of the water, and I'm like, what? No, they're not Shamu. But check this out. You can see slow motion. I know we've talked about this before, but I just wanted to share it with you. It's so cool and amazing. Okay, going. There you go. Gosh. I guess if you're hungry enough, you're going to leap out of the water, just like the shark. Anyway, Theresa, how you doing over there? You starving?
Yes, very much.
Yeah, Theresa's got to catch her bus soon, so I'm trying to zip on through these Mandela effects, and I want to thank you for sharing all these. On another thing, we have a little...
More to go, right, Brian?
What?
We got a few more to go.
Yeah, we have a little penguin it's called a blue penguin, and they live in New Zealand. They're called blue penguins, and they have blue... I
actually found that one myself, Brian.
That's crazy.
I was looking for, like, strange colored animals, and I came across the blue penguins, and I'm like, what? So, yeah, that was my find.
Oh, look at that little guy. He's probably tired.
Aren't they bored? You know what it seems like, Brian? Have you noticed?
Yeah.
A lot of colored animals have been, like, rainbow colors.
Yeah, different colors.
Especially a lot of blue things.
Maybe
a lot of blue lobsters and different blue things. It's just been really strange.
Yeah, do you think it's possible maybe the oil spills of the 80s could have created these?
Yeah, creatures? It could have. It could have. Yeah.
But I remember seeing ducks in oil, and they were talking about how they were soaked in oil in the ocean and everything.
In my timeline, penguins to me have always been black and white, not blue.
Yeah, but also for me, you got to keep in mind we also have African penguins that live on the continent of Africa.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, there are African penguins.
I've
always been taught in school and everything that they lived in Antarctica. But here you see this penguin that's in New Zealand, and apparently there's no snow. It's all like vegetation and everything, plants, foliage.
No way.
Yeah, a picture of a blue penguin.
I mean,
but
Brian, years ago when I lived in Florida, I went to SeaWorld, and I was seeing penguins in the cold. I've never seen penguins in the heat. That's a new one for me.
Yep. And another new one, this isn't necessarily animal. This is more of a bacterial growth, but we're talking about, we have pink algae now. I've always known algae as just being mainly green and black, or somewhere in between. But apparently pink algae exists, and it's a growth that's like a slimy bacterial that can sometimes occur in your pool and in laboratory tubings. Pink algae is actually caused by a bacterium. And speaking of bacterium, Theresa, don't we also have another bacteria that's in your stomach that's it causes electricity?
They stay in our gut.
Now, who did that video?
It's in our gut. That is really kind of scary. I don't know if you want to think about
but
that
who did that video?
That was Georgianne. Once upon a timeline, I believe.
Georgianne, the greatest of these is love. Okay, yeah. So she says here.
Yeah, Georgianne.
Yeah, thank you, Georgianne. She says here that there are microbes that eat and poo nothing but electricity. So, lovely stuff that we're dealing with. Is it any wonder why our stomachs are sick these days? I mean, I felt like I don't know what's going on.
Brian, you and I have been having a lot of intestinal issues, and I wonder if any of your listeners out there have been having issues. Every time I eat, Brian, no matter what I eat, goes right through me. And I'm sorry if it's TMI, but I have never been like that before. Everything I ate stayed down. Now, with these new upgrades that they're doing to us, they're really screwing us up bad, right, Brian?
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at this stuff here. Geobacter, metal reducens, electric eating microbes might sound like something straight out of a science fiction novel. In fact, their behavior is not quite as exotic as it might appear. Huh?
What are we turning into, Brian?
I don't know. You know, they say our the energy that we get, we're like a battery. You know, and that's why we have to sleep to recharge our batteries sometimes, so to speak.
Wow.
But apparently these bacteria, they eat and poop electricity. I'm not joking. So yeah, you can look that up for yourself. That's from BBC.com. Now, we see weird colors like in algae and everything, and we know that the color chartreuse for a lot of people has changed. Chartreuse was actually more of a pinkish color in some people's memories, and now it's more of a green. It's kind of like a lime green color, and in fact, there's even a, I guess it's a liqueur, chartreuse. Are you there, Theresa?
Yeah, chartreuse, if I remember correctly, Brian, the more that I think about it, I think you're right, it was pink.
Right.
Like a mauve color, right?
Right.
And now you're saying it's green?
Yeah. There's more.
No.
Yeah, and there's more. Listen, there's more discrepancies in color. Okay, we're talking about like Freddy Krueger, and this may be.
His sweater.
Yeah, this may be some residue. Robert and the Goldbergs. There's actually a Halloween episode where Robert is playing Freddy Krueger, and you see his outfit. Now look, what color was Freddy Krueger's shirt? Was it red and green, or was it red and gray? There's a lot of residue where it's like red and green. This is green and this is red, but you know, it depends on the lighting sometimes too. You know, because sometimes it does look gray. To me, this looks like green right here, but it could look gray in other light. I mean, like this, to me, this looks black, like a blackish color. That Freddy Krueger. This looks kind of a gray, and this is black. This is straight black. What do you remember? Was it green for you, gray, or black? I want to know in the comments. If you listen to the Wes Craven interview, now this was found by Moneybag73. I got to give him a shout out for this. He found this change. Well, I'm not sure if he found it, but he did present it. But if you listen to the interview for Wes Craven, he talks about it being a sort of a green color. So listen.
In mythology, that was an important thing, and I thought at times he should be able to get out of the symbology of his own body and do something greater. So I want him to have something instantly recognizable. So it was, gave them a sweater with stripes, and made them that sort of shade of green and red that I had found in a book of colors that were great.
Yeah, so that's Wes Craven's
He
interview.
said it. Did you hear it?
He said it, yeah.
Red and green.
And
yes, he's the director. He would know, right?
He said orange, or not orange, but he said a green. It was a green color, green shade. Another thing with with colors, like, do you guys remember? How do you remember spelling orangutan? Was it orangutan like it is now, or was it orangutan? And of course, we have bananas that grow upside down now. So now, orangutan is not a thing anymore. It's always been orangutan. It's ORANGUTAN. Now, I do kind of remember a G on there, but I bet there's all kind of residue. People can't spell anymore. I mean, is it any wonder? You know?
Wow. What about the word likable? Did you do a video on likable? I don't remember.
Yeah, likable. Yeah, the spelling of likable is for a lot of people. Let's see, likable.
It's being spelled weird. Like right now, I remember
It looks like
LIKABLE, but now it's being spelled differently.
I mean, it looks like lickable. If you look, I know. If you look, there's a likable.com. That these people make a profit, and they have services that they offer. And they said, "Hey, hi, we're likable." And then if you look, their name is LIKEABLE, and that's what I remember. But now it's like this, lickable. I don't know. Be careful what you're licking too. You never know. You could be if you eat sand, you're probably eating some fish's excrements. Okay.
What about licking frogs?
No, don't lick frogs. we have another possible Emmy with crows. You want to talk about that one, Theresa? While I let me just take a breather. You want to talk about that one, the crows?
Yes, the crows are. I don't know if you have. Do you have any pictures you can present?
Yeah, I've got something here. I've pulled up Curiouser and Curiouser's video.
Yeah, the crows are their beaks are the colors are not how we remember them. They're changing, and also they just look off. I mean, I don't know if you can show a picture of them, Brian. The crows.
Yep, and we already talked about panda dolphins. That's new.
Yeah, panda dolphins. Those are strange looking.
Yeah, but if you look at the crow, the beak now has.
They just look wrong.
Yeah, it has these feathers now that cover up where the nostrils are. You know, in this area. That wasn't to me.
And the shape of them are wrong too. If you notice, they're like curved.
Yes.
See the shape of them?
Yeah, no, that part I kind of remember them being curved, but this part with the feathers covering where the nostrils are, I do not remember that.
Yes, that's wrong.
I could have sworn it looked more like a duck a little bit, you know, or a...
Yeah.
Definitely not like that.
I wonder if there's any residue on, what was that poem about the crow? Ethan Allen, didn't he do some kind of poem about the crow? I wonder if there's any books that show pictures of the crow on his books. You know, Ethan Allen? Or, I'm sorry, Edgar Allan Poe, my bad. Edgar Allan Poe, didn't he do like a poem or story about the crow?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Correct me on that one?
I think so. But
there might be some drawings on that one, like some residue.
Yeah, now I'm looking at this.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this duck's bill. Now this looks weird to me. This looks like a fox's face. That's kind of weird. With the eyes right there and then the nose. That looks like a fox's face. No. Don't tell me the mallard changed. It better not. What? No.
What?
No.
What, Brian?
No. I gotta look at a mallard's duck bill now.
You tell me that's changed?
One thing leads to another. You know how it is. But
Let's see
you
what
look.
happens to me.
Oh my God!
I'll
No,
be
no.
for you, Brian, and I'll
Yeah.
find a new Mandela.
No. No. This is not. This is not real. I'm looking at the mallard's duckbill, and it's got this little black spot on the end of his nose.
What?
Yeah, a mallard. The mallard's duckbill now looks like a fox. Look at it.
Oh, I gotta see this.
It looks like a freaking fox or a wolf. That's crazy. No, I've seen dozens of pictures of them.
Oh no. Looks like you. Looks like
Oh,
you
my
guys.
gosh.
Brian just found a new ME.
Mallard
Wow.
artwork. Let's see if we can find something. No, even the artwork changed.
Oh no.
Okay, so here's one piece of art where you can see the duck mallard free content clip art. And you can see clearly in this clip art that there is no black spot on the end of the nose.
Wow.
That's ridiculous. Do you remember them having a black spot on the end of their nose, Theresa?
No, I don't.
Here's a picture. You might want to bring that up to your group, okay? And now, lastly, we have plants that can sing. These are the music of the trees. You know, frequency is emitted from every object, whether you like it or not. You have a frequency that runs through your body. Everybody has a certain like heat signature, or you know, we're all unique. That God made us individual. You know, we're not like we're like snowflakes where there's no two alike. Well, the same goes for these plants that can sing, and that you can hear the music of the trees if you listen to this.
Plant.
Music of the trees.
Beautiful, Brian.
They sound beautiful, yeah.
Where'd you find that at?
I don't know who brought this Mandela effect up. Was that Ninja 981?
Yes, Ninja is awesome. I'm not sure if he's a member of my group or not, but he seems to find a lot of new Mandela effects that we don't even know about yet.
Well, again, I want to thank you guys for watching today, and thank you for taking the time out. Remember, it's the Lord's Day, and you know, hope you all have a great time with your families and everything, and just enrich your life. Go about every day enriching your life. The Mandela effect is just a side thing that we do to keep our focus and everything, and you know, just love the Lord with all your heart, you know. Anyway, guys, have a great Mandela effect day, and God bless.